The brain does not rank digital addictions. Of Family Rescue series for Unplug to Plug in the Connection series. The brain does not rank digital addictions, actually any addictions of any sort. Destroying the cultural hierarchy lie that allows people, this is what we're working on here for the topic. We are destroying the cultural hierarchy lie that allows people to justify destructive behaviors simply because they are not as bad as something else. So, primary lies we are exposing here. At least it is not drugs or alcohol or its variations. At least I'm not an alcoholic. At least I am not cheating. At least I am not addicted to porn. At least it's just my phone. At least it's just work. This false ranking system allows addiction to survive under the disguise of comparison. The culture teaches people, us humans, to compare instead of confront, to work through, to convict ourselves, and they say it's socially acceptable, the cultural norm. The core truth we are restoring here: the brain does not rank digital addictions nor addictions of any sort. If only the brain, if it only learns relief, repetition, and reward. Relief, repetition, and reward. That's what our brain is wired for. Survival. Any behavior that repeatedly delivers dopamine-based escape, hits, spikes, relief, numbing, will wire the brain the same way. It doesn't matter what it is. It will wire our brain and then our body and our life the same way. The brain does not care what the substance or behavior is, what we are ingesting or engaging in. The brain is completely neutral when it comes to that. The brain is not capable of more than that. It only cares, did this relieve our discomfort? Did this reduce stress? Did this create pleasure? Did this numb the pain? Did this help me escape? If the answer is yes, the brain will seek it again. What is actually happening? Neurological addiction is a dopamine learning loop, and it is programming our brain and into our spinal cord, through our neurological pathways, through to our body, our whole body. It is programming. The brain learns triggers, behaviors, relief, dopamine, reinforcement, start over again. Over time, the brain rewires toward compulsive repetition. No matter what, it is all about repetition, reward, and relief. Whether the behavior deals with drugs, alcohol, stimulants, depressants, pornography, food, social media, gambling, shopping, working, gaming, escapism, drama, gossiping, the list, anything we ingest or engage in. It can even be like exercise, getting addicted to that, supplementations, the list goes on. The dopamine circuitry is identical. It works the same way. Relief, reward, repetition. The brain is not moral. It's not. The brain is adaptive. It simply repeats what will reduce discomfort. Trained for survival. Now, our mental and physical. Most addictions begin as pain regulation strategies, whether that's physical or mental pain. Both. People are trying to manage stress, loneliness, shame, guilt, our diffs, doubts, insecurities, fears, temptations, past experiences, wounds, traumas, exhaustion, identity confusion, comparison. Instead of solving the root issues, the beliefs, the false and limiting beliefs, the lies, which the lies create weeds, and they just go right up through, versus plants and flowers. The truth, the wisdom creates plants and flowers, our behaviors, and then our fruit and our proof and our evidence. So family-wise, familial-wise, these lies destroy families. Separation, division, because comparison allows people to say, I'm not that bad. I deserve this. At least it's not drugs or alcohol or something else. I'm functioning fine. I'm functioning high. I'm functioning very well in life. Look at my life. Look at me. Meanwhile, trust erodes, loyalty and commitment erode, respect erodes, presence disappears, or if you are physically present, mentally they're not there. Leadership weakens, connections collapse, the healthy connections collapse, the wise connections collapse. Families suffer long before someone admits the problem, the elephants. Elephants are not meant to be in families, homes, businesses, groups, organizations. Elephants are meant to be out in Mother Nature. And the elephants are the addictions, digital addictions, addictions of any sort. So the spiritual, wisdom, truth, addiction replaces dependence on truth with dependence on relief. So instead of truth, it's the lies, it's the relief, escapism, numbing. Relief becomes the false savior. And once the relief has become this identity, this personal reality, truth begins to feel like attack. They don't want to hear it. Cultural. Culture protects addictions of any sort these days through hierarchy logic. Society labels some addictions as serious and others as normal. And these days, the majority of addictions are actually considered normal, socially acceptable. Examples for a digital: everyone scrolls. Alcohol, everyone drinks. Pornography, everyone watches porn. Everyone numbs out sometimes. We've got to. It's okay. This is how it is. Normalization protects the addiction's economy. Being socially acceptable protects the addiction's economy. Symptoms we are seeing, a few: constant justification, constant comparison, constant stimulation, secret behaviors or hidden time use, what they're doing with it. Increasing tolerance, needing more, more dopamine, more hits, more spikes. Irritability when access is restricted, questioned, convicted. The cost of when we do ignore this: individual loss of self-control and identity fragmentation. So the person is having an identity crisis, basically, because of how the chaos, confusion, and the conflicting with the lies and the truth. Family, trust erosion, loyalty, commitment, absence, maybe physically present, but mentally, or they'll just disappear, and leadership collapses. Future, generational patterns of dopamine dependency instead of resilience. So we have dependency, which everybody calls independence, instead of resilience. And children copy what they watch. Adults copy what they watch these days. These devices, any of them, TV screens, you name it, any type, any age, is copying what they watch. Unconsciously, subconsciously, 95% of us is reprogramming and rewiring our neural pathways with our nervous system without even knowing it. It moves so fast. The reset, 6-phase alignment. Let's restore, regulate, and release first. Before confronting our behaviors, we've got to get our nervous system, we must calm it. Addiction is often a stress response loop. Slow breathing, reduce the stimulation, create calm. Then too, we reconnect with the truth, the wisdom, the mental and physical laws, the infinite intelligence, God. Identity before behavior, we have to look at the personal reality, the overall person.